Hello back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. We're learning the distributive property, and we're doing section 2.5, practice C today. We've done practice A and practice B already. So if you haven't watched those, watch those. And then we're going to have one more video of the challenge practice problems for section 2.5. And then we're going to do division and square roots for 2.6 and 2.7, and then wrap up section, chapter 2. So let's start. So the first problem, 1 through 9, use the distributive property to write an equivalent expression. So we have to apply the distributive property, and the way we do that is we multiply the term in front of the parentheses with each term inside the parentheses. So we do 5x multiplied by x, and then 5x multiplied by 3. So what is 5x multiplied by x? Well, in front of x there is 1, right? 1x. We don't write the 1. It's understood by itself. So 5 times 1 is 5, and then x times x is x squared. Then we multiply 5x with 3. Both signs are positive, so we are going to end up with a positive product. Then 5 times 3 is 15, and then x is just x. So that's the result for number 1. Number 2, 2x multiplied by x. So 2 times 1 is 2. X times x is x squared. Then we multiply 2x with minus 8. Now we have plus 2x and minus 8, product of two different signs. We end up with a negative product. 2 times 8 is 16, and then x. Okay. Number 3, we have two numbers with different signs, so the product will be negative. 4 times 1 is 4. X times x is x squared. Then minus 4x times plus 6 is minus. 4 times 6 is 24, and x. Okay. Number 4, we have 10x times minus 7. 10 times minus 7, so minus 70, minus 70. And then x times x is x squared. And then minus 1 times minus 7x is plus, right? Because minus times minus is plus. Then 1 times 7 is 7, and x. It's minus 70x squared plus 7x. Number 5, let's write these out. So 1/2 times 8x, and then plus 1/2 times minus 1. So 2 and 8 cancel out by 2, so we end up with 1 here and 4 here, because 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 1 is 4, so 4x. This whole thing here is 4x, so 4x. And then plus 1/2 times minus 1, the sign will be minus, because we're multiplying two numbers with different signs, minus. And then 1 times 1/2, well, any number multiplied by 1 is the same number, so 1/2 times 1 is 1/2, so minus 1/2. So 4x minus 1/2. Number 6, let's write it out. So 2/3 times 3x plus 2/3 times 9. So 3 and 3 cancel out here by 3, so we end up with 1. So 2x is what we have here. And then 3 and 9 cancel out by 3. We end up with 3 there, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then 2 times 3 is 6, so plus 6. 2x plus 6. Number 7, we have minus 1/4 times 16. 16 and 4 cancel out. Minus 1/4 times 16. These cancel out by 4. 1 and 4 here. And then we have minus 1/4 times minus 4x. So here we have minus 1 times 4, right? And that's minus 4. So minus 4. And then here, 4 and 4 cancel out. Minus times minus is plus. And then 1 times 1 is 1. And then x. We don't write the 1x. We just say plus x. So minus 4 plus x or x minus 4 is the same thing. Number 8, we have 3/4 x times 8x, and then plus 3/4 x times 2. So here 4 and 8 cancel out by 4, so we end up with 1 there and 2 here. So 2 times 3 is 6, so 6x squared. 6x squared. Why x squared? Because there is 1x here, 1x there, so x times x is x squared. And then plus, here we have 4 and 2 that can cancel out by 2. So 1 here, 2 there, so 3/2. So 3/2 x. Okay, don't forget the x right there. Number 9, we have 2/5x times x squared, and then plus 2/5x times minus 1. So here we have 2/5, there is times 1, so that's 2/5. And then x times x squared is, we add up the powers, right, the exponents. There is 1 here, x to the first, or x to the 1, and then 1 plus 2 is 3, so x to the third. And then here we are multiplying a positive and a negative number. The product is negative. 2/5 times 1 is 2/5, and then x. Okay, so that's the result for number 9. Number 10, 11, and 12, we just have to identify the terms, like terms, coefficients, and constant terms of the expression. So the terms are minus 2x squared plus 3x plus 5x minus 1. All 4, right? We have 4 terms. Like terms, however, are terms that we can add up. So x squared, there is no other x squared, so that's not a... Then 3x and 5x, yes, we can add up those, so those are like terms. And that's it. We have just one constant. If we had one more constant, then the two constants would be like terms. Number 11, we said that the terms, there are 4 terms, like terms, there's just one set of like terms. Coefficients, the coefficients are minus 2, plus 3, and plus 5. Basically, the number before the variable part of the term. In constant terms, there's just one constant term, that's minus 1. Number 11, the terms are 5xy minus 3 plus 7xy minus 4. The like terms are minus 3 and minus 4, because those terms you can add up, as well as 5xy and 7xy, because you can add up those. Coefficients 5 and plus 7. Okay, the numbers before the variable part of the term. And constant terms are minus 3 and minus 4. Number 12, the terms are 6x squared minus 3x plus 1 minus 5x squared plus 2. Like terms are 6x squared and minus 5x squared plus 1 and plus 2. Coefficients are 6 minus 3 minus 5. And constant terms plus 1 and plus 2. Simplify the expression for 13 through 21. We have to multiply these out, applying the distributive property. So we multiply 3 with 5x, and then we multiply 3 with minus 1. So 3 times 5x, 3 times 5 is 15, and then x. And then 3 times minus 1 is minus 3, and then this plus 7. So this is 15x and plus 4, right? We are adding up minus 3 plus 7. 7 is greater than 3, so plus the sign before the 7 plus, and 7 minus 3 is 4. So 15x plus 4. Number 14, we have to apply the distributive property. So 3x plus 5 times x is 5x, and then plus 5 times minus 4, the product will be negative because we have numbers with different signs, so the product is negative. 5 times 4 is 20. Now we have like terms, 3x and 5x. We add them up. They're both positive. 3 plus 5 is 8, so 8x and minus 20. Next is 15. We have 7 times, in parentheses, x minus 3. We are applying the distributive property. So 7 times x is 7x. 7 times minus 3 is minus 21. And then minus 2x. The like terms are 7x and minus 2x. 7 minus 2 is 5x. So 5x and minus 21. Next is 16. We have 10x, and then we're going to apply the distributive property here. So minus 3 times 2x. So minus and plus is minus. So minus 3 times 2 is 6, 6x. Then minus 3 times plus 8. So it's minus 3 times 8 is 24. Like terms, 10x and minus 6x. 10 minus 6 is 4x. And minus 24. 17, we have 18, and then minus 7 times plus 3, it's minus, and then 7 times 3 is 21, minus 7 times minus x, plus, it's going to be plus, and then 7 times 1, there's 1 in front of the x, so it's 7, and then x times 1 is x. Okay, you can imagine as there's x to the 0th power, and x to the 0 is 1. So x to the 0 times x is just x. Okay. So here we have just 7x. So 7x, and then 18 minus 21. 21 is greater than 18, so the sign will be minus because we're adding up two numbers, and the negative number is greater. And then 21 minus 18 is 3. So 7x minus 3 is the answer. 18, 14x minus 5 times 3 is minus 15. Minus 5 times minus 2x is plus 5 times 2 is 10, and x. Like terms, 14x and 10x, that's 24x. And minus 15. Okay, 19. We're applying the distributive property. We're doing 4x times minus 2. And then we're going to do minus 1 times minus 2. So 4x times minus 2 is minus 8x. Minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. And then plus 15x. Like terms, minus 8x plus 15x. Which one is greater? They have negative signs, so we have to do subtraction. Which one is greater? 15 is greater, so plus. Then 15 minus 8 is 7x. And don't forget dx, 15x minus 8x. Okay. And then plus 2. Plus 2. Okay. 20. We're applying the distributive property. 6 times minus 3 is minus 18. Minus 5x times minus 3 is plus 5 times 3 is 15x. And then minus 12x. Like terms, 15x and minus 12x, they're with opposite signs. So 15 is greater, so plus. 15 minus 12 is 3x, plus 3x, and then minus 18. And 21. 20, and then minus, and then we're going to do this right here. So we're going to have a parenthesis, 8 times minus 3 and minus x times minus 3. What is 8 times minus 3 is minus 24. Minus x times minus 3 is plus 3x. Excuse me, guys. Then we're going to have 20. When we have a minus sign in front of the parentheses, when we take these terms out of the parentheses, the sign will change. So minus 24 becomes plus 24. Plus 3x becomes minus 3x. Or this is minus 3x. 24 plus 20 is 44. Plus 44. Okay. Next is we have to translate the verbal phrase into an expression and then simplify the expression. Okay, so we have twice the difference of 5 and x. Okay, so we have twice, 2 times the difference. So this is in parentheses of 5 and x, so 5 minus x. Increased, so plus, increased by the product of 2 and x, so 2x plus 2x. We have to, and then simplify the expression. Okay, so here we're going to apply the distributive property. So 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 5 is 10. And 2 times minus x is minus 2x. And plus 2x. Here, plus 2x and minus 2x cancel out. That's the same as 5 minus 5 is 0, right? Minus 2x plus 2x, they cancel out. That's 0. And then 10. We just end up with 10. Next one, the product of minus 5 and the sum of x and 8 decreased by the product of 3 and x, so 3x. I'm going to apply the distributive property here. So minus 5 times x is minus 5x. Minus 5 times 8 is minus 5 times 8 is 40. And minus 3x. Like terms, going to be minus 5x and minus 3x. That is minus 8x. Both are negative. We're adding up. 5 plus 3 is 8. Minus 8x and minus 40. 24. Quilts. You're using solid colored fabric that costs 6 cents per square and patterned fabric that costs 10 cents per square. To make a quilt, you need 660 squares to complete the quilt. Write an equation that gives the total cost C as a function of the number of solid squares used. Then find the total cost if you use 200 solid colored squares. So 6 cents, so 0.06 times, this is solid colored fabric, and solid squares, we're gonna use n. So this is 0.06 times n, and then plus, we're gonna use 10 cents, 0.10 times the fabric patterned squares. We're gonna do 660 squares all together. So this is gonna be 660 minus n, the solid colored fabrics, right? 660 is the total amount. If we're using n here, for solids, then the fabric ones will be, the patterned fabric would be 660 minus n. Okay, this is the total cost right there. Okay, and that's the first question. Write an equation that gives the total cost C as a function of the number n of solid squares used. Then find the total cost if you use 200 solid colored squares. So n is 200. So we have the total cost gonna be 0.06 times 200 plus 0.10 times 660 minus 200. 6 times 200, that's 1200, and then 1 2 decimals, so 1 2 decimals, so this is just 12, and then plus 0.10 times 660 minus 200, that's 460. So 460 times 1 is 460, but then there's one decimal here, right? 0.1. So this is 46. So it's 12 plus 46, or the total cost will be 40, 50, $58. Okay. So the total cost, if you use 200 solid colored squares, is going to be $58. That's 24. 25. Tennis balls. A local sports store is selling packs of 8 tennis balls for 25% off the regular price. So when you see something like that, whatever the regular prices are, 25% off would be R minus 25%, that's 1/4 R. So 1/4 R is 25% off the regular price R. So that's what we get there. You buy 3 packs of tennis balls, so 3 times the regular price minus 25% off, right? Write an equation that gives the total cost T. So this is it right here. Is a function of the regular cost R of a pack of tennis balls. Then find the total cost if a pack of tennis balls regularly costs $20. So if R is 20, what do we get? It's going to be 3 times 20 minus 20 over 4 is 5, so minus 5 here. So this is 3 times 15. 20 minus 5 is 15, so $45. So the total cost if a pack of tennis balls regularly costs $20 is going to be $45. Next is 26, making copies. You have to copy a 500-page document. There are 2 copiers in the office, copier A and copier B. Copier A makes 13 copies in 1 minute, and copier B makes 18 copies in 1 minute. Let A be the number of pages you put in copier A, okay? Round your answer to the nearest tenth, okay? Write an equation you can use to find out how long it will take to make the copy, okay? So there are 2 copiers. Copier A is 13 copies in 1 minute, and we know that the formula is always minute over copies. So it's in 1 minute, we do 13 copies, so 1 over 13. And then we know that A is the number of pages copier A prints or makes copies. So that's A. So 113 times A here. And then plus copier B. Copier B makes 18 copies in 1 minute. So in 1 minute, 18 copies. And how many pages copier B is going to copy? 500 total, but 500 minus A, minus the number of copies printer A makes. Okay, so this is copier A, this is copier B. That's the formula, and write the equation. So that's the equation right here, and this is for A. B, how long will it take you to make the copy if you put 200 pages in copier A? So if A is 200, then how long will it take you, right? So the time, this is the time. So we just have to basically multiply these out. So let's use the calculator. 200 divided by 13, that's 15.38, and then plus, this is 1 over 18, 500 minus 200, that's 300. So this is 15.38 plus 300 over 18, 300 over 18 is 16.66. And now they said round to the nearest tenth, so that's just 1. here, but let's add these up, and then we're gonna round to the nearest tenth at the very end, so we get a more accurate answer. So 6 plus 8 is 14, 4 and 1. 6 and 3 is 9 and 1 10, 0 and 1. 6 and 5 is 11 and 1 12, 12 and 1, 1 and 1 2 and 1 3. So 3204. So how long will it take you? So it will be 32 minutes basically, right? 32 minutes, 32.004. If you round to the nearest tenth, this is going to be 32.0 minutes. Now, if we used the full number here, let's use the full number there. So we have A is 200, so 200 divided by 13. This is this is 15.384615, and then here we have 16.666666. So if we add these two numbers, 16.66666, we have 32.05. So this becomes 32.05 if we use all the decimal points here, and then we add up 16.66666, then this number changes to 32.05, and then now rounding to the 10th, this would be 32.1. Okay, 32.1. Why? Because the hundredth number is 5 or over. If this is 5 or over, then the 10th becomes 1, because we're rounding it up to the 10th. So this is 32.1 minutes. That's the answer for B. And then under C, which will be faster, the faster copier or using both copiers by putting 250 pages in each? Well, let's it's going to be the faster copier, but let's just see. So first, if A is 250, what do we get? Well, 250 divided by 13. 250 divided by 13, that's 19.23. And then plus 500 minus 250 is 250. So 250 divided by 18, 250 divided by 18 is 13.88. So this is about 10, 20, 32, 33, about 33 something, right? This is for if we're splitting up the 500 pages with 250 pages for copier A and 250 pages to copier B. Now, if we do A equals 0, so copier A makes 0, copier B is the faster because it prints 18 copies in 1 minute. So if we do A 0, then this term is 0. And then plus here A is 0, so 500 minus 0 is 500, so 500 divided by 18, we end up with 27.7. So it's 27 minutes. So it's much faster when we have the pages, all the pages, 500 printed with the faster copier, which is copier B, right? So copier B prints, makes all the copies. So in that case, we just spent 27 minutes. So obviously, the faster copier is the answer. Okay, so that was C, and that's it for today. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.